So this exercise I call the Hinge W slide. So it's a great exercise to get some hip and hamstring mobility and warm up our hinge or our deadlift position, but also get some scapular muscle engagement, some rotator cuff recruitment, a little active thoracic extension. So I'm gonna start with just some light weights in my hand. You can also start with this unweighted if you need to. These are 2.5s, so something light or unweighted is usually a good place to start. I'm gonna send my hips back behind me. So that's where I wanna start, is a good hinge. I'm just sliding my fingertips right down the seam here until I feel just a nice stretch in my hamstrings. But notice my hips travel back behind me, so I'm not just tipping forward, because then all the pressure's in my low back. So this might look okay, but I want a soft bend in the knee, hips go back into a hinge. We have a whole video series on hinging on our YouTube channel, so if you're struggling with the hinge, go check that out. We got a lot of separate drills to improve that hinge. So once you find that hinge, then we're gonna come up into a W position like this. So standing straight up, it's kind of like field goal post. So my arms are 90 degrees here. If you bring my head into it, it makes roughly a W, but I don't want to be here, and I don't want to be in too close bumping my ears. I want about 90 degrees. I find that that's the hardest on the rotator cuff. So if you're extending straight out, you might be trying to compensate scapular rotator cuff strength for your tricep. Coming in, you might be trying to use your bicep rather than the scapular stabilizers. So we want roughly 90 degrees here. So I'm gonna come my hinge, come up 90, 90 there, big squeeze of my shoulder blades, and then I'm gonna press forward, reach, and then I'm gonna come back and reset. W, press or slide, back and down. Notice as I press or slide, my hips are actually gonna go that way as my hands go that way. So I'm lengthening the spine, getting a little more stretch or activation in the back of the body as I reach. So I'm trying to get as long as I can through my torso and my spine as I do this. And I don't want to press here. So I want, as best I can, torso is almost horizontal and my arms are in line or even above my ear, not below my ear. Should feel a whole lot of work in the back of the arms, the shoulder blades there, and a little nice stretch in the back of the legs. Just to show that unweighted, same deal, come right here and reach, back down and reach. Those are our Hinge W slides.